a six pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's Drunk Dashers podcast. Grab a six pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's Drunk Dashers podcast. Grab a six pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's Drunk Dashers podcast. Grab a six pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's Drunk Dashers podcast. Sit back and get back and get back and get grab a six pack, sit back and get back and get back and get grab a six pack, sit back and get back and get back and get grab a six pack, sit back and get back and get back and get grab a six pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's Drunk Dashers podcast. Grab a six pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's Drunk Dashers podcast. Grab a six pack, sit back and prepare to laugh.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 197 of the Drunk Dashers podcast. I'm your host, as always. I'm Tyler. Joining me, we have the man to my right, back for his first time in a couple weeks now.
It's been a few weeks.
It's been a few weeks? Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yes. It's all kind of blended together.
I'm ready.
Willing.
And able.
And Gable.
Gables.
We have Justin. How are you?
Hello. I am now an uncle.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. It's so weird. Like, I
Parting
have
DNA test.
2 children, and somehow being an uncle is making me more nervous than those things. Mm-hmm. Probably because those things are behind me now, like the initial part of it. But yeah, it's weird. I got a little nephew, and it's like, I don't feel like an uncle. I'm not that cool Uncle Buck guy. I wish I was.
Well, not yet.
Maybe I will be.
Maybe by the time you're mid-30s and he can remember you.
Yeah.
Maybe you will be.
Yeah. Digestive tract starts slowing down. And start driving an old car.
There you go. Start driving an Oldsmobile.
Yeah. I'm ready. No, I'm doing good though. Little nephew is cool as hell. And also got a Nintendo Switch. I got this game I've been waiting for so long.
Oh, you got Bomberman?
Yes, Bomberman R to be exact.
Yeah, good.
And it is magnificent.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but bad things. Can't wait to hear what you talk about.
I've heard it's good.
Mm-hmm.
But bad.
Yeah, but like in a bad way.
Yeah. No, but yeah. That's pretty much what's been going on. Like, I haven't been on the show for a little while, like you just said earlier. And I've been listening to all of them, though, and they've been really good. I just want to say that.
Oh, okay. Appreciate it. Liar. Okay.
Yeah. You guys sound great together. And I enjoy listening to it. So, yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
Which I see back, though, for, hopefully I'll be back next week, too.
Let's hope so.
Yes.
Start a new streak.
Streak. Yes.
Streak. To quote Major League, the movie. We won one.
Is that the baseball with like a mohawk on the cover?
Yeah,
like
the Charlie Sheen. Yep.
Never seen that movie.
He's like, well, we won a game. If we win a second one, that's called a winning streak. So, just saying.
That is pretty cool.
We call it a streak if we get 2 weeks in a row.
Hell yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that, but I just wanted.
I like
any excuse to quote Major League. It's not very often you get to do that. But also joining us, we have the man, the myth, the legend himself. We have Gables, the Colonel. What's up, buddy?
I'm fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah!
Oh my shit.
I just got rock hard when he said that, man.
Oh. Wait.
Oh.
Go
But
on.
anyway, after a rough work week, I decided just to go ahead and just crash in my favorite chair and just started recording the podcast, It's just...
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
He's not wearing any pants right now.
Crash into a tree on the way home.
I thought maybe when he said crash, I was thinking Dave Matthews Band. Crash!
Into me. Boy, girl. Whatever he says.
It doesn't really matter. It's Dave Matthews Band. They don't matter. Go ahead, Gables. It's your intro.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, it's like, I went ahead and I visited like 3 different things today after I got off of work early. Because, spoilers alert. Spoilers alert for the foreseeable listeners. My hours got cut in my workplace.
Oh, okay.
So I basically get off early on Fridays. And so what I basically am doing is I'm still going around like the various places, checking out the local Walmarts and stuff to see if there's any fucking Switch to come in.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I was told that once my local Walmart got one in stock, I'd be notified of it. But being the ever impatient person that I am, which hell, I don't trust that Walmart. I used to work at that Walmart. And so now I'm like, okay, I'm searching every place that I can. I've checked online. Nothing really has been remotely searchable in terms of like being affordable or cheap or something like that. Had a couple of those Craigslist like listings and stuff expire over the past week, like after I brought attention to them and stuff. So apparently I really don't know, but I'm assuming that the things probably did not sell at all.
Yeah,
Probably not, because, well, who's going to pay $750 for a fucking Nintendo Switch and Zelda and a Pro Controller? I mean, come on. Come on, you can pay like about $500 for around the same thing.
Yeah.
But I end up checking my... I checked the Walmart in PA again, which obviously nothing, but they did have a Wii U version of Breath of the Wild. But guess what? I'm not going to buy Breath of the Wild unless it's for the Switch. I'm sorry. I'm at that point and stuff where it's like, I want to own that system. I want to play games on that system. I'm not cheaping out on something else. So it's like,
Nice.
I go through, I've searched the Walmart inside the other town that I work at, Swim, Washington, and it's like, okay, they have a better organized electronics department, but everything else is like clear out. They got a lot of the accessories for the Nintendo Switch. I contemplated buying a charging dock, but I'm like, you know what? I got the case, I got a memory card, I got some screen protectors. Fuck, I want my system.
You're ready. You're waiting. The table is set.
he is ready, willing, and Gables.
Well, Justin, I know you've probably seen the story that I posted on our chat and stuff like that, of how I was basically screwed out of the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a little tiny story to tell you when
Yeah.
you're done, because I totally forgot about that.
Okay.
'Cause I have a story too, but not the same as yours.
You have a
I
happy
know.
ending.
I have a happy ending.
I know. So it's basically the development in that was I did file a complaint to my local Walmart, asked one of the supervisors and stuff like that. I just basically issued the complaint for that Thursday launch, and basically the dude, point on point, asked me and another gentleman to step out of the line and stuff, even though nobody else was in the line. Basically, he took a number for everybody else that was inside there, right? And even pre-orders. But the thing was, nobody else was inside this line except for two people. I was the third person that was waiting right behind them, and I basically had to step out of line because not only did I not have a pre-order, which I learned they only had 3 pre-orders that day.
Yeah,
They had
you were
more than
calling,
3
you were doing
systems.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
You were really wanting one.
Well, exactly the point. I
They
told
didn't know that they didn't know their shit.
Exactly, and I told that supervisor point blank, if I would have known there was any pre-order stuff going on with that retail store, which that was a new thing I ended up finding out. But the thing is, no advertisements that you could pre-order that system, no possible information given by the electronics associate, regardless of me calling twice to make sure there was a midnight launch. Because if there was even an inkling of mention about it, I would have paid off that system there, and I would have picked it up around midnight that night.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, now I'm waiting on a phone call in the off-on chance that they are going to get one inside their retail, which I have no idea when that's going to be. For all I know, it could be the end of fucking April, because my retailer, this local Walmart, does not get crap in unless it's absolutely like whenever they get it, which is, you're basically out of luck, quintessentially.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'm kind of done venting on that whole spiel. What were you gonna say, Justin?
I was going to say real quick. So I took that Friday off, March 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Originally for a mixture of two things. More for my nephews was either going to be born on Thursday or Friday. I was like, I want to take that day off. Because I want to go there. I want to be there for my brother and stuff, the hospitals, everything. But he was born on Thursday, 2 hours before I got off work. So I went there that night and saw him, and it was awesome. And just, totally mind-blowing to me. And then,
Yeah.
I was hungry when I left the hospital. It is my great idea. Go to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about
I'm
language
so
now.
Hungry. And this happens anywhere. I know. I'm not gonna diss on Taco Bell for this.
Better not.
I won't. I hope.
There's nothing to diss about.
No, there isn't. I went home. Everything was fine. I had a delicious meal. I love my little $1 Frito burritos. And then about 1 o'clock in the morning, I wake up like, what is wrong with me? I go straight to the bathroom. I'm like, I gotta hurl. Oh, I gotta throw up. And I just start vomiting like crazy. And like, go back to sleep. I'm fucking shaking and stuff. And like, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Am I getting like weird sick all of a sudden? It sucks because I can't go see my little nephew. I don't want to go get him sick. And also, the Switch is coming out in the morning, and I'm going to go pick it up from, like, Best Buy. And, like, I threw up probably 2 more times at night, woke up in the morning, Best Buy opened up. I was with my daughter, Cadence, and we went to Best Buy. She wanted to come with me. She really wanted to come with me. It's like, yeah, you can come with me. That'd be awesome. That'd be kind of cool. She's all excited, too. And we go there, and we get in there, we gotta go to the bathroom real quick, and I'm sitting there, like, by the bathroom. And actually, the whole drive there, feel like, any moment now. Any moment now, I'm gonna fucking barf inside the car. I had the floor mat ready on the passenger side just to barf all over. But somehow I ended up making it there, and I thought I was gonna throw up in the bathroom, but I didn't. But she had to go to the bathroom, so I went back there with her. I was like, oh, come on, please hurry. And like, we go get the Switch. Get Zelda. I actually bought Zelda there because I pre-ordered one, but I decided to give that one to my friend.
Okay.
And so I got Zelda and the Pro Controller. It was so one of the most exciting things I've been waiting for so long. But like, I just felt like shit. It was just like so nonchalantly. Like, I tried to have a smile because like, thank you so much. And like, I was walking out of there. People were behind me getting ones. They had like extra ones too, surprisingly. And like, I was driving back, and then like it finally happened. I had to like just stop in a cul-de-sac somewhere, and I'm like, Caden, stay in the car. I gotta go out here real quick. I just started throwing up all over the place, and like it felt so much better though after I threw up. And I was shaking and shaking driving home, like just like almost one eye open, like I was drunk. And this felt like so horrible, and like, damn it, of all the days that this could fucking happen. God damn it, I would have figured another delay was all like shit. That's basically the story. And I went home, but I didn't really get to play it until like an hour that night. Like,
I see.
And that's unlike me. Like, even if I'm pretty sick, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna put Zelda in. Like, check out this new system. I set it up real quick, but I was like, I told my girlfriend and I told daughters, like, one daughter, the other one is like an infant, and I told her I just gotta rest, and like, I can't play this right now even though I want to, and like, everything else going. And it sucked on top of that. Like I said, I couldn't go see my nephew because I figured out pretty quick that I told them at least I think I have food poisoning, but I wasn't for sure. But it turns out I did have food poisoning.
Not for Taco Bell though, obviously.
No.
Probably about 6-pack of Pound from Taco John's earlier.
Could have been. I think it was Taco Bell, but
pretty sure it's Taco John's.
But it could have been Taco John's from the week before.
I personally thought, Justin, there was going to be a story about like you or something like that. You just get up to the cash register, you just switch. You just got Zelda. All of a sudden, it's like right all over the cashier.
Stock. There's 3 of them. No, yeah.
This is vomiting all over the Switch.
That would have been a better story.
These are mine now.
But yeah, that's basically my Switch story. It ended happily compared to most people's. You know what? How are you doing, Tyler? Sorry about that.
No, you're right. I'm doing swell. I don't have to, normally we record on Saturday nights. I am busy Saturday night, so we were recording on Friday night. I'm pretty happy I don't have to work tomorrow. Get a Saturday off for once.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, I got St. Patty's Day off.
It's the best time of the year.
Yeah, so I sarcastically asked for the day off because, like, half the... Not literally. But there was, like, 8 people, like, key people out that day for St. Patty's Day at my work.
What day is St. Patty's Day?
Friday. This coming Friday.
Oh, shit. This coming Friday?
Yes.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is.
Are we gonna talk later?
Yeah, we'll talk later.
Okay. So I sarcastically asked for the day off because my boss is off, and then like a bunch of people are off, and then I end up getting the day off. So I'm like,
Wow.
I didn't really want the day off because I'm not really gonna do anything. But like, didn't really. I mean, as far as I didn't have plans to do anything, but I got the day off, so I'm pretty excited about that. I got a short week next week. I had a short week this week. Not really a short week. Still worked a lot of hours, but as far as days go, short week. So I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, I'm doing well. I accidentally ordered 2 copies of Danganronpa 1 and 2 for PS4.
Oh yeah.
So that's the thing. I got 2 copies coming to me on Tuesday. So I'm gonna figure out what the fuck I'm probably gonna take a loss and sell that to GameStop or something.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm doing okay. Nothing too exciting in the Tyler household as far as things go. I'm drinking some delicious beer, mix of 8-bit pale ale,
Cherry wheat
we got some
and
Samuel cherry wheat and
Stone IPA.
Stone IPA. Just brought that over. It's great beer. 3 of my favorite beers in my fridge right now.
Yeah,
as we
must
speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll grab a cherry wheat here in a second if there's one.
There's plenty in there. It's good. Oh yeah. Excuse me. That was
Bless
good.
you.
Thank you. But yeah, I'm doing well as far as that goes. I'm gonna enjoy this long weekend. But, anyways, Justin just put. I have a Poochie
Who am I?
Mubo. Who are you?
Sorry.
He just took my Poochie Amiibo and put it in his pocket. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
just really excited about it. I don't blame him. Poochie Amiibo is really adorable.
It's like roadkill kind of. His tongue's just hanging out. Like, whoosh. He got smashed by a car.
Don't you talk about Poochie that way?
I'm not going to say that anymore. I feel horrible.
You've already besmirched the name that's Taco Bell. Now you're gonna besmirch fucking Poochie here.
Sorry.
Fucking asshole.
Whoosh.
You still want to be friends with me anymore? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I see how it is. No, fuck you. You can leave. Leave the beer. Even though you paid for some of it. Here.
That's a horrible sound effect.
Goddamn. That's what it sounds like when a dog is ran over by a car.
Yeah. I thought it was like the door closing. He lives in a dungeon.
Yes. I live in a dungeon. I see the light twice a day.
Oh, sorry.
Anyways. This is a video game podcast. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to mention it now. I was going to say it for the end of the show. I'm going to mention it at the top of the show.
Yeah.
I was on a different podcast this week. Cheated
Yep.
on you guys a little bit. Gables
I feel
watched.
so dirty.
Justin didn't watch.
I feel dirty.
There's a court case over right now. But anyways, I was on Talking Ships podcast, episode number 85. Came out a few days ago.
The year of my motorcycle.
The year of your motorcycle, yes.
I'm going to watch
1885. 85 is the episode. It's called Terminating Tyler. I was big. Apparently, I was so good on it, they wanted to kill me. So, anyways, I was
that.
on
I
that.
can see that.
Yeah, I had that effect upon people. But no,
Too good for us.
Yes.
We should get rid of it.
No, it was cool. I've been a big fan of their show for 7-8 years now. They've been around for
That is really cool that you're on there.
Yeah, it's been a kind of like it's. I mentioned at the top of the show that it was a kind of a bucket list thing for me to do, was be on their podcast, and I got to do that. And we discussed Terminator Genesis. I got to pick a movie, and we talked about that movie, and we talked about Terminator Genesis. It's a very bad movie. Don't watch that movie, but I recommend listening to the podcast about that movie.
So you loved it.
Yes, best movie of all time. Better than Lord of the Rings. I'd rank it slightly above Star Wars. But no, I'm on the episode. Check it out. Came out a couple days ago. And we also talked about the Switch a little bit. So I was on there for that. But yeah. Pretty good
Very
podcast.
cool, man.
I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Got very drunk, which is always good. And for something that people don't know, I didn't even tell Jitterbug or Nerves, the people I was on the show with.
Gabe, close your ears.
But I actually muted my microphone at one point in time and peed into a beer bottle because I had to pee really bad. So, fun facts.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
When Tyler gets real quiet, he's peeing.
Yeah, usually when I'm not talking, I'm peeing. Justin knows because he podcasts next to me for
there's
over a
big
year now.
bucket he sits above.
Justin's watched me pee for about 2 years straight. Which weird, he doesn't turn his head when I do it. He just kind of looks directly at it. It just kind of
The
happens.
microphone.
He looks just directly at it. I pee in front of the microphone. There's
Well-
slight dribbles on the microphone.
Well,
Damn it.
You know what? It's not too much different than say like jitterbug, like or nerves having to take a piss right in the middle while we're like playing like play on the PlayStation Network and stuff like that in the middle of a match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I did. They don't even know I did that. Nobody knows I did that. Now you two know I did that. In the future, you guys will know that as well.
I will never forget it.
Justin will never forget. 9/11, never forget.
Just the middle of when Jitterbug's talking, it's like all ding, 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 ding.
Is that too dark for Justin? Did it go too far, Justin? The face a little bit too far?
Too far.
Too far?
That's okay.
I've made a lot of jokes in my lifetime.
You didn't go too far. It's just, yeah.
The only time I've gone too far with Justin before is when I made fun of Taco John's. That's usually about it for Justin.
You son of a bitch. Take it back.
Sorry. He's very sensitive about
People
Taco John's
eat that stuff every day.
Yeah, Taco John's 9/11 are two no-goes for Justin.
This is true.
You can make fun of his wife and children. But Taco John's never go. Never that. Never that. Churros though, are amazing there at Taco John's. I'll give them that.
Oh yes, they are.
Anyway, what is this podcast again? This is a video game podcast.
Yes,
Okay, kind of, sort of, a little bit. We're not talking about churros. Yes, I can do a whole hour talking about churros. How delicious they are.
They're good.
It is deep fried bread dipped in fucking cinnamon and sugar. But it's amazing what they do with this.
Amazing.
But anyways, video games. Justin,
Yo.
you haven't been on a couple weeks.
Oh, feeling the pressure here.
I haven't asked a question.
Oh yeah. Please ask me questions.
There's 2 questions I have for you.
Interview me.
2 questions.
I want an interview from you guys.
Question number 1.
Yeah.
Can you hand me a beer, please?
Yeah. Damn it.
Any beer will do.
Oh no, I failed.
Oh, he just.
He actually did.
I didn't mean to give you that one. Sorry.
Thank you.
No,
That's
I know
fine.
they were great, but
He handed me a St. Adam's Cherry Wheat, which I'm not upset about.
He just grabs a random bottle of Fireball.
Thank you. Sorry for people listening via audio. So everybody else in the world besides us too. Second question, Justin. What have you been playing?
honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing Zelda.
I didn't know.
I know you didn't see that coming.
I didn't see it coming. I did not see it coming.
Oh, man. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I want questions because, honestly, this ask me anything you want to because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. And real quick, a big part of this game that I think is really cool is the surprises you get from just happening upon them.
Like herpes?
Kind of like herpes.
Okay, cool.
So like, there's like I can talk about little, generalities and stuff, but like, I don't want to like give anything away.
Okay, the changes in the game
Mm-hmm.
overall, yay or nay?
Totally yay.
Okay.
But I would reword them instead of changes as just a natural evolution, which I feel like every Zelda game has done since the first one.
It's a big evolution, though. I would say.
Which part?
I feel like the gameplay portions of it, like this kind of like
Gameplay like fighting.
no, I mean
games
just
like having the different weapons and all the shields and everything.
The whole package.
That's probably the biggest difference. But like the fighting feels very similar.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely Zelda, like Z targeting, shit they've been doing forever.
Yeah.
And I will say though, it feels really great in this game, and you have even more freedom inside the fighting. Actually, and yeah, I like it a lot. At first, it was kind of daunting to me. Not like in a bad way, just like this. It's like it's kind of like the first time it actually took me back to when I first played Ocarina of Time. It's like I'm thinking about how I'm playing a video game to a certain extent. Like on paper, like everything seems like if I were to explain it on paper, it sounds just like Zelda. Gigantic world. Gameplay is fucking awesome. like fighting. You get all these different shields. You get all these different kinds of swords. There's all these side quests. This stuff's been in there forever. There's story going on, which is always part of one of my favorite parts of Zelda. And like it feels like I'm in something very fresh and just I don't know. It's weird because like, and it's simple. I don't know how it does it. It's like it's what's crazy to me about this game is like, if I were to, I've watched like people keep talking about like Skyrim and things like that, and like I've watched the videos for Skyrim. I've watched this stuff. It's never like when I see like the fighting and like the combat and all that stuff. It never really like appealed to me, but like this game does. So I don't think it is like Skyrim. I guess people could make that assumption by how they talked about the game, but to me it's just Zelda, like a natural evolution of Zelda, and it just feels, instead of sticking to the only thing that's different to me about this game, in terms of like, I mean, just like structurally, is like instead of having like your main quest being like the only way you progress through different areas and unlocking different parts of the maps, which have always happened in Zelda. Like you literally just go wherever you want to, and it doesn't feel like you're missing anything, or like you're missing like the main quest. You're missing side quests. When I keep saying these like quest names, when I'm playing this game, I don't think about side quests. I don't think about main quests. I'm just thinking about like each mountain I climb over, what's next after this hill, like what's in this little weird nook and cranny that I haven't been to. Like there's so many of those moments in this game where it just like blows my mind. Like in the way that the art style is, it's like a crazy Wind Waker-ish mixed with like Skyward Sword and like realistic looking stuff too. And like the way it has like this day and night cycle and snow and rain and lightning and all this stuff. Like there's certain parts of this game where I'll just sit there and look at it. Like I'm just like, holy shit. Like there's games that are more photorealistic out there, but the way that this game looks and has moments in it when like the sun's coming up after like there's like dew on the grass, everything looks shiny, like just little things like that. And like I came across another thing. I don't want to talk about everything. I don't want to talk about so many things in this game because I feel like it's very important to someone's experience playing this game. There's little things that will be pretty strange when you first encounter them. Like, what the fuck? And like, it totally like it weirds. It kind of weirded me out. It kind of creeped me out a little bit. This one specific thing I'm talking about. It's gonna sound so vague right now, and that's why it's hard to talk about this game unless you're talking to people that have been playing it, have been talking to people that have beaten it, that kind of thing. Like, I'm nowhere near close to beating this game. I don't know how long I've played. I don't think about how long I've been playing this game. I told my girlfriend's like, I'm gonna go up to bed, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll be up there in like a little bit. I'll be up there in like 15 minutes, I said. 2.5 hours later, I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. I gotta go to bed. Like, I don't even realize that I'm playing a video game. Like, I'm so immersed in this world that, like, I am literally... Like, this happens... Like, I could say it happens to me, like, with every Zelda game. But it hasn't happened to this extent since Ocarina of Time. Where, like... I was just, like, a little kid, just enthralled with every little thing going on. All these crazy things. Where, like, it doesn't just tell you things. Like, a good story doesn't tell you the story and, like, talk. It shows you, like, what to do. It shows you, like, minimalistically, very, like, if you don't look for things, you'll totally miss all kinds of really cool things. And some things, like, you'll totally land in the face of, right in front of you without even meaning to look for them. Like, I don't remember the last time I did that in the game. I honestly don't. There's so many things I could talk about in this game. and so many things that like seem just kind of Zelda, which is one thing. Actually, one of my concerns. I've been super excited for this game for so long, but I did have like kind of a concern because the way everyone else like on the internet stuff was talking about it's like Skyrim and all this stuff. I was like, I didn't play Skyrim not because it's not a good game, because it didn't interest me. Like it didn't grab my attention. Like why do people keep comparing it to that? And like, I'm glad that it's not. Like I'm glad it's Zelda.
Yeah.
I'm glad it is the game. I feel like Zelda always in some way pushes the bar for video gaming.
Yeah.
And this game pushes the bar to me. And lots of games do. But like this game it's okay, Resident Evil 7 is like so cool to me because it goes back to its roots. It feels like, man, I hated 5 and 6 and this feels really good to be playing. Kind of like it's just kind of like they're back on track again. And beyond that, to give it more credit, like it was just that is selling that game short too. But like Zelda is, yeah, you could say it's like the original game, which I can totally understand that. But like it's so much more than the original game. It's like it's so much more for video games to me. Like there's only one. There's a few. No game's perfect. There's a few things. One in particular that I can really think of right now that actually bothers me about this game, and I was actually concerned about it going into it. And it doesn't bother me like this ruins the game, but I kind of like what I figured. What I love about Zelda games, what I love about the lore and the stories. I was kind of hesitant on voice acting in general, and in my personal opinion, the voice acting in this game just kind of feels like it's just there. Luckily, it's like about maybe 3% of all the words and text in this whole game, so like it's not like prevalent, which I'm actually very happy for.
It seems like it's the key moments of the game where you actually get the voice acting.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like very key moments, and like it still has all the like weird the charm to me. Not everyone agrees with me on this, but like the stuff with the noises when you're talking, like it still has all that stuff and more. It's like more detailed into that. I like that. That's I don't. Some games, voice acting is incredible. Some games really are made from their voice acting, like Uncharted 4 to me. If that game didn't have voice acting, it wouldn't have been anywhere near the same.
Yeah, no, it's the characters that make the game. The voice acting that makes the characters.
Totally.
Yeah.
I will say that thank God that this game doesn't rely too much on voice acting, because those are my least favorite parts about the story. The parts that are my favorite are the ones that have always been my favorite. They're the parts where you're reading in your own kind of voice in your head, and you're just, I don't know, like just it's really good. Like it's not like gonna so far. Like I said, I'm probably nowhere in this game. I don't know, but like just from what I've seen, like it's a Zelda story. It's not gonna knock you off your feet, I don't think, but it's surprising in some ways for sure. It's definitely surprising to me, kind of the route they're going, especially I would say with the way that people kind of react to Link is kind of interesting, which is something I've never seen in a Zelda game. But I don't know. Is there any questions? Because like I've probably totally mumble jumbled all kinds of
No, you're right.
shit.
No, I mean you pretty much answered a lot of the same. The things I was most curious about, what you thought about it, like the voice acting, the gameplay portions. But
Gameplay reigns supreme.
Yeah, one thing I'm curious about is overall, like when you play this game, are you doing a lot of are you just exploring, or are you doing more are you focusing more on the main stuff right now? I'm kind of curious where you are with that stuff.
I'm kind of playing it by ear. Like
Okay.
it's weird. Like I don't. It's like a crazy perfect balance of like I do want to know so much more about the story, but at the same time, like I kind of want to hold off on that. Like, and not because I'm like trying to I just want to save it. It's because like I'm suddenly running into something or going somewhere, and like it just kind of pulls me this way, kind of pulls me that way, and like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I haven't felt that way about a game. It's weird, like, because like I said, when you talk about it on paper, it sounds like lots of other games, lots of Zelda games, but like it's different when you actually play it and really start delving into it and like just kind of making those decisions on your own and having this weird sense of this world that you're in. It's special. I will say that. It's special. Like, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Like, I want to say so much, but like I don't.
Yeah.
You know.
It's tough for me to talk about.
It's like one I can just talk to someone with probably for fucking a week straight.
Yeah.
From what I've played so far.
Yeah.
And just not stop talking about that game. Different experiences that I've had.
It's tough for me to talk about because I've only done the first 3 shrines.
Yeah.
I haven't even got the paraglider thing, whatever it is.
Oh, real quick, I remember you saying that. I heard you guys were talking about the Great Plateau.
Yeah.
It was funny. Your experience was way different than mine because I didn't find the first shrine until 3 to 4 hours into the game.
Holy shit.
Because I apparently took off like the marker on the map of where I was supposed to do.
Oh, okay.
So like, and it didn't bother me. I didn't feel frustrated once. I was literally exploring this area, and I didn't probably see half of the Great Plateau in that time. Okay. Then I realized there's like a shrine. I was like, oh shit. Then stuff happened from there. But like, I don't know, man. It's fucking. For me, it's really awesome. Like,
yeah.
It just feels really good.
Did you buy the expansion thing?
Yes, I did.
Okay, me too. When do you get that stuff? Is there a certain point in the game when you get it?
It's there right in the Great Plateau.
Oh, it is.
It's kind of hidden.
Oh, is it really?
It's not just like it's right there, but there is outside of 3 shrines there is a special box, but they're kind of hidden.
Okay.
I found all 3 of them, but I actually had to I found 2 of them. I had to have help on the last one, which was like the shirt.
Okay.
But it was actually pretty. Once I saw, I was like, oh, it's like right there. It's like up on a wall by a shrine.
Okay, so
I'll just say that it's not really a
the 4 shrines you gotta do. They're basically all right. The 4 chests are right there. Buy it.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I found 2 of them.
They'll look special. It'll actually say something. It has like initials on it. It'll say EX on it. Like extra. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll say EX on it.
Because I bought the expansion
funny.
as well, and I was just kind of curious.
Or maybe it said EP on it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Like you can barely see it though. It's like on the treasure chest.
Okay.
But it's like the other 2 things are like nothing major. They're just kind of like whatever. Mm-hmm. And the sweatshirt is like what I thought it would be like is like, oh, that's cool. Haven't worn it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of there. It's kind of a cool thing if you wanted to like just fuck around with it and show someone it's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
To me.
I would never wear it though.
Yeah.
There's no and plus with like this game being based on like stats.
Oh yeah.
Too,
and I don't think that really has any stats on it or anything.
Yeah.
It's just kind of there, just like, well, we gotta give you something because you just bought this thing and then nothing's coming out for like the summer.
Yeah.
Then eventually
give you a reason to buy it now instead of wait until summer.
Yeah. It's kind of like a weird freebie thing, I guess I would say. Because they could have just not, which some people would like not giving you anything and not giving you the sweatshirt, but it has not made me. I haven't thought about the sweatshirt once.
Yeah.
I'm just so into this.
I'm gonna sell that as soon as I can.
If it's with Ruby, I actually should look into that. That's actually worth selling.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just smile thinking about this game.
Yeah,
there's so many things I could just talk about, but like I don't want to yet.
I'm happy you're happy. I definitely it's a game I'm gonna play eventually. Like it's something I've been talking about for a long time though. It's a bit of a crazy couple months here for
sure
me. So.
Yeah.
Especially
definitely. Real quick, can I say something about Switch?
You go on, buddy.
Just because I haven't said anything about the Switch really yet. My experience with it. I did not have a horrible experience like you had, which is totally unfortunate. That sucks, especially trying to put like in your name and stuff.
Yeah.
I had the complete opposite experience with the system, where like I got into the system and like got logged into like my Nintendo account faster than I think I have in any other system. And also the UI is like I think it's super snappy. Instead of like the eShop used to take like on the Wii U like fucking
6 hours,
like probably 30 seconds.
Yeah,
no joke. Now I counted it's like 2 to 3 seconds, which is really nice.
There's nothing in there yet, to be fair though.
Well, true. I feel like though even if there was something there, it's still go that fast.
Oh yeah, if it's only like if it gets 5-10 seconds, whatever.
Yeah.
But like the other one, the fact that you had to have like a puzzle to solve while you're waiting that's a problem.
And like I'm super impressed with like holding it in my hand, and I can't believe it's that light. I can't believe that it's that small. I don't know. I just can't get my mind around it being like Wii U level and higher. Like it's crazy. I look at like the systems I have plugged into the wall, and they're huge. I just can't get my mind around that. Like it's still cool to me. Like, granted, Zelda, I'm gonna play mostly on my TV because that's how I want to play Zelda. But there are games, and I have played Zelda in the house just because I could for some weird reason for a moment, maybe just to try it. And also, like, there's something going on. Like, I picked it up and played it, and it was actually pretty fucking awesome. And, like, I was kind of surprised about that. The only mode out of all the modes that I don't think I'll ever be a fan of is the tabletop mode.
Yeah, I tried that.
Because, like, the one thing I don't like is, like, the angle of the kickstand. Mm-hmm. It's, like, it's too vertical. Yeah. So, like, you kind of, like... If you were like look at on the ground, like on the table, you gotta like put your head almost to the table. Yeah. Like it's like that doesn't really work for me, but in certain situations it could work. But it's pretty cool, like that, and like also the fact that like I think the screen looks really good when I'm playing Zelda on there. Let's see. One quick thing, I had a couple moments though where I had the left Joy-Con doing that stuff, and I died in Zelda, and it was frustrating, and it did bother me, and like it's very concerning, especially for people that are having super like serious problems with it. They need to get that shit sorted out. It's the first time I can ever think of where I had a Nintendo console or anything where I felt like something was wrong with it, or like something could be happening to it, because it happened to me a few times, and like that sucks. I've never felt that way before with a Nintendo console, or most other consoles too. But there's something else I'm going to say about it. I don't remember now. Right. It will come to me. But yeah, let's go on to somebody else. I've been talking a long time.
Yeah, man. You've been gone a few weeks. It's the Nintendo console, so I know you're excited about that. Oh, go ahead.
God damn it. I love the Joy-Cons on the grip. It's like, I have a Switch Pro controller. I used it for like one moment just to check it out. And I actually looked inside with my flashlight. And there's a note in there. That's pretty fucking cool, actually.
Yeah, Troy showed it to me last week.
That was pretty sweet. I found that. Oh, nice. Yeah, I found that little note in there. And Pro controller is super comfortable. Probably one of the most comfortable controllers I've ever felt, actually. But I haven't really played with it much. Being so used to using the Joy-Cons now with the grip, I really love that. And playing Zelda with like the items going through your swords and shields and stuff, I actually prefer the single buttons as opposed to the D-pad. Okay. Which is only probably because I'm used to it now. Yeah. At first, it felt kind of weird, but to me, I think a new controller should feel a little weird. Let's get used to it. Yeah. I mean, that's just me though. I like getting used to something. I got used to actually within probably 10 minutes. I was like completely used to that controller. I actually really like the controller. Cool. Yeah, and I messed around with them. Separated. Feels fine. I prefer it on the grip.
Yeah, I don't like.
I like it on the system itself. It feels a little hard to do like that, but it's not too bad once you get used to it too. Kind of put your fingers behind a little. You adapt to things as you play. But like overall, they need to straighten some stuff out for sure. I like how it's focused at the moment. I'm very excited to see what happens with Virtual Console. But I like how it's focused right now, just on certain things, and it's very streamlined and quick and snappy. That's kind of like a main concern because like Wii U is pretty slow. Even though I love that system, it's very slow. And yeah. Besides that, though, besides all the negative stuff that's real to a certain extent, I don't know how many people have those problems, but there's quite a bit. Very impressed with the system. Very cool to me.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well then, Gables.
Oh, okay. Well, when it actually comes to gaming this week, I have not done any type of solidified like gaming at all, really. Because with work, I've been so exhausted, I've just been going to sleep a little bit early. I've tried playing little things here and there, but at the same point, I'm really have not invested into anything really long term since last week.
That's fine. You know,
That happens. I was like that too before Zelda came out for like a week or two.
Yeah.
Maybe more than that.
Yeah.
Besides Inside. When we played the Inside again,
good game.
Love that game.
Yeah. So, not really that for you, Gable, this week? Okay. Well, I'll jump into real quick. Mentioned last week, my boss was nice enough to let me have Monday off to play the Switch. And I ended up actually just spending 9 hours of my Monday playing Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm about 13 hours in at this point. Actually, and the reason I know that is because it tells you in your saves.
Oh, yeah.
I am totally in with this game.
Awesome.
It's got me. A lot for the same reasons Zelda has you. I think it definitely. And Troy hit the nail on the head a few weeks ago, where it's like, it's got the world that I wanted, where it's like a futuristic world that we've never really seen in video games before, and also it's got some of the elements of some like the Far Cries and things like that I love about those games.
Yeah.
So one thing, and like kind of what you're talking about, like the mystery of the world of like with Zelda, that's what's hooked me so far was with Horizon Zero Dawn is like, what happened?
Oh,
what's going on?
What happened?
Yeah, like what's going? Why did we lead to this path? What caused this path? And we're like the fact that we're basically starting over again. Like we have a lot of like it's kind of a cool thing where it's like I'm using a bow and arrow. That's my main weapon in this game. But at the same time, I have these really cool futuristic shit that I have like that will help me out throughout the game. Like I'm fighting these enemies made of robots, and the armor I'm wearing is made of this weird ass metal. Learning about why we basically started over again as far as the human race goes is really exciting. I just jumped I found like this door that leads to this cave that like kind of like that's teaching you a little bit more about what's going on. You listen, you find like recordings, kind of like BioShock. You find like the diaries, and it talks about like people and even mentions like, oh, they want us to there's kind of a reason behind it. They build a reason into like, oh, they want us to make this. They want to make these videos or make these recordings for documentary reasons or whatever. And so it's it's not the deepest reason, but it's at least they give you a reason why they're doing this. Yeah. And learning about what happened and why the people are in the situation they are, and like underneath the ground, you find all these like weird metal worlds, and like where it's like all like the bunkers and shit like that, like where shit like I don't know what happened, but I'm assuming shit went wrong.
I have no idea, but the first thing I always think of is nuclear warfare, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's just like like the machines we built got like they got smart, and like Terminator, yeah, exactly, yeah, like Terminator, like where they basically they outsmarted us kind of thing, where they became smart enough to destroy us, and that seems like that's the case. That's the way I've always felt that probably is the case, and I'm sure we'll probably learn as we go on, as I go on through the game.
Yeah.
But just the game itself, the gameplay, the action is so much fun. Like I love just going out and just fighting fucking enemies. And I have two complaints about this game, and they're very minor. One is the loading times. It's pretty bad, but the only time you really notice the loading time is either when you fast travel, and it's like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And
not like Zelda.
Yeah.
Well, Zelda's pretty fast, too.
Yeah.
I'm sure that game is, too, though.
But the worst part is when you load up the game. It's a little longer than that.
Yeah.
But that's it, really, for that. And also, there might be too many enemies on the map at a time. Like, not so much at a time, but just too many enemies. Like I just want to get to this section, this area right here, do this mission, and I'm passing by, and I'm like, I just want to run to that area.
Yeah.
And there's like seems like there might be too many enemies on the map where like they find you, because it's a game that's based like a lot on sneaking and being and stealth and being smart with the combat, because it's not super hard, but it's definitely difficult. Where if there's like 3 enemies, even if it's like the easier enemies, it's still a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
You can't just go in there and just like 2-3 shots kill them all. You gotta be a little smart about it. You can't just charge in there and attack them. So that might be my one big complaint is like sometimes like I wish there's a little less enemies on the map.
Yeah.
Especially if you go a far enough distance. But really other than that, like I said, I love the bow and arrow combat. It's really great, and especially when you hit like an enemy in like its weak spot, when you're running and like you're dodging and you're diving, and shit, and you hit them like dead center and you hit them, it feels really good.
Yeah.
Like it's like
nail him.
Yeah, like yeah, just kills that guy. He's dead.
That was me.
Yeah, and like finding the weak point and like taking it out and like attacking a spot. Like I love like every battle you're in is a challenge, and you gotta be thinking about
There's a moment.
Yeah,
There's a fucking.
there's
moment.
there's not like bullet sponges in this game
Yeah.
or anything like that, where it's just like, oh, here comes a boring horde of enemies, kill these guys like that. Most games have, and then some games do better jobs of theirs. This game does a great job at it. It's Dark Soulsy in that sense, where it has some of that. It takes some of the elements of Dark Souls where you have
Never played it, but I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, I've only played a couple hours of Bloodborne, really.
Old school hard game.
Yeah, like, there's some elements of Hyperlight Drifter that
Castlevania.
remind me of which Hyperlight Drifter people reminds me of like a Bloodborne or something like that. Where it's like has the dodge is kind of the key thing you want to learn and figure out the timing of that, and also the enemies do take a decent amount of shots, and also kind of learning what like every enemy has their own kind of like this isn't really special to this game. A lot of this is in a lot of games, but every enemy has their own special attacks or like special techniques of like things they do or special ways to take them down, and learning those and then dealing with those and then like dealing with the combination of those, and also you have this new guy you're fighting and the way they like kind of bring in the new characters. And then the first time you fight an enemy, like I fought like this giant like turtle like thing the first time yesterday, and like that battle, like it was just one of them. There was nobody else, just me and that thing, and it was like a crazy intense 10-minute battle between me and this thing, and it's me like fucking like
Dude.
chipping away at it, hitting in certain areas.
That's fucking funny.
I love that. Like, it's stressful, and like, but when you take it down, it's really satisfying. And I love that about this game. And then like I said, the story I think is really good. Just because you're slowly learning about like Aloy's story is really interesting, and also the world itself.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
That's the thing I'm most interested about, but I'm happy the fact that the story itself is really interesting, and just kind of the divide it's created, and like basically these people have gone back to like its basic instincts, like we're a tribe now, like living in caves, but like they also worship these gods that are basically the machines that we built a long time ago, and like learning about like why we are the way we are. Like I love all that about this game.
That sounds cool.
And it's something I said for a long time. Is like we've never played a game like this before, where it's dealt with the future in this way. So like I said, I'm enjoying this game a lot.
2 Seeds of Evil.
If there's a sequel, I'm so excited about that. So far. But yeah, I've done every side quest I found. I don't know how far I am to the main quest, but I haven't even really got to like the next section of the game. Like I'm 13 hours in, like I said, and every time I've been like finding every side quest I find, or I've been doing every side quest I find, and like I'm just roaming around the world, fighting enemies I find, and also like bumping random people, like, hey, I need help with this. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll help you with this. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you, do you know? Is this Earth or is it some you don't know?
It seems like it's Earth. I'm pretty sure
it's Earth. Oh, interesting.
Going, on from what I know, it seems like it's Earth.
Gotcha.
They haven't really said for sure,
but you kind of feel like it is.
Yeah, it takes place in the 22nd century. Or no, I'm sorry, the 32nd century.
Holy shit!
It's over 1,000 years in the future. So who knows? I mean, but it seems like this is supposed to be Earth. Just looking at like you find tanks in the world that are like fucking like this like
World War II.
been sitting there forever. You go into like some like underground shit and you find some things that kind of at least it makes it seem like it is Earth.
No, yeah. That sounds
or
interesting.
It was Earth. I guess technically it is Earth, but not the Earth that we
Or
know it
even
as.
like a planet that was colonized by Earth
Yeah.
at one point in time or something.
Yeah, it could very well be in a different Earth in itself, but
That's
or
cool,
a different
though.
world in itself.
I was kind of curious about that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never really thought about that. Well, yeah, this might actually be Earth. But yeah, no, I'm in love with this game. I fucking am addicted to everything I can find and what to do. If I bump into people that are just like, hey, I need help. Like, okay, yeah, whatever. Like, I'll be on a mission. I'm like, the main mission. I'm like, what the fuck ever. Like, I'm actively trying to find things to do in this game to avoid doing the new missions because I just want to make this experience last as long as possible.
Yeah.
So
That sounds cool.
For me, that someone that likes to just like play through games and beat them and go on to the next thing, that's saying something for me.
Totally. No.
Yeah. But that's really it. I played it, like I said, I played maybe 3 hours of Zelda. I'm playing it like while I'm doing other things mainly.
Mhm.
But if I'm playing games, I'm usually playing Horizon. But if I'll pop on a movie or I'll pop on watch TV, I'll play Zelda for a little bit on the handheld mode itself.
Oh, gotcha.
But I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't feel like I should. Don't have anything I can add too much more than what you said.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, some news. We didn't really get to the news last week.
Got some news.
Got some news for you. We didn't really get to the news last week. It was kind of a big week last week with Horizon and Zelda and the Switch coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a couple weeks worth of stuff to talk about, and still not a lot actually. One big thing to talk about, and I think this is kind of a cool thing, is the Xbox Game Pass subscription that's starting up sometime this summer. It sounds like people are in the beta for the current. There's people in the beta for it right now, but it's gonna be $10 a month, and it's gonna have a bunch of 360 and Xbox One games on it. It's gonna be like a Netflix type subscription thing, where go ahead.
Do you have to be a member of Gold?
No.
Oh.
No, you don't have to be a gold member to do
And
it.
that's-
If you want to do the online mode,
Right.
yes. But you don't have to be a gold member to do this.
That's cool.
Yes.
That's cooler than I thought it was then.
Yeah, so basically with the Xbox Game Pass, it is a Netflix-like thing for the Xbox One, where you can play Xbox One and 360 games on it. Hi, Tony. My cat is in the room now.
It's the pickings that they pick for you,
Yeah.
and they disappear after a month, right?
It rotates in and out.
Rotates.
So
in and
not
out.
everything...
Kind
keeps
of
going
like,
out
like
for a month.
Netflix, like you said.
Yeah. So things might be
Some
there
things
for...
yeah, some things will be there for a while.
Yeah, so basically, it sounds like they have some third-party stuff in there. Mainly it sounds like Capcom, I think was what it was, the main company that's in it. But like the big ones are like Halo 5 is gonna be there.
Yeah.
But like
Big first-party game.
Yeah. But unfortunately, like Gears of War 4 or Tomb Raider, Quantum Break will not be there, which makes sense. They're fairly newer stuff.
I'm sure they'll come.
Yeah, eventually I imagine they'll be in there. But there's some big things coming from 360 and the third-party games from them. But $10 a month, games constantly uploading in there. It seems like every month. This sounds really cool to me. And
Yeah.
it definitely sounds like they want a PlayStation Now. What do you guys think?
Go ahead,
Well,
Gabe.
you know what? This whole Game Pass thing, it's really dependent upon what they generally put inside the library. I mean, I like the concept. I like the aspect where I can pay like about maybe $10 a month. I can get some access to some Xbox One games, a few Xbox 360 games. I'm just kind of wondering, as someone looking in, it's like, okay, if I'm the average consumer, I want to play pretty much some of the more popular games on there. It's like, will I be able to do that upon this Game Pass? Am I going to just have a bunch of older games that probably are a few years old that everybody else has probably already played through? I mean, this is really something, unless it's like just foray of just all these older titles and stuff from the launch of the Xbox One, or if they're just older 360 games or something like that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, it's like, I like the concept of the Game Pass of the Xbox One, but at the same point, I'm worried that this is just going to be like something that's going to be having a whole bunch of older games that are probably going to be switched out every so often for some more older games, and it's just basically the poor man's version of going through what you can do right now with the whole thing that you can do on the PlayStation Network, for what was the PlayStation Now stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, yeah, thing is sort of better than PlayStation Now because you can actually download physically. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
so
actually
stream.
instead of doing that, instead of streaming. Which hell, if you actually with the whole PlayStation Now stuff, you need a stable connection in order to play those games streaming. You know, whereas comparison, you download the file off of Xbox Live Arcade, you have it on your system. Oh, okay, I can play it.
It just takes that initial amount,
exactly.
you know, instead of this constantly every time you
But
play it.
yeah, that's pretty much what I think about it. I mean, it's cool, but I'm still kind of on the fence about it.
My opinion as like an outsider, because to me, especially now that I know more, it's cooler than it was to me before I came over here. I didn't know that like you could have this without like Xbox Live.
Yeah.
But if it was like that, I'd be like, ah. But like, for me, I don't think I'll ever use it. But it's actually pretty cool, and some parts of it actually remind me kind of like what Nintendo's gonna do with some of their games. You know, not in, there's like virtual console games, but kind of like the same thing, like where they rotate in and out. But that's like only, we don't know much about that. But like, just sticking to this because it made me think of that though. Sorry. Fuck, like $10 a month if you just got an Xbox One right now and you want to play Halo 5 and like you said, like you just kind of want to run through games or just, you know, haven't had a chance to, you know, you can't afford to go buy a couple used versions of certain games. Maybe like Sunset Overdrive will be on there pretty soon or something like that, and like what's that Rare Collection.
Oh yeah.
Like that might be on there, and I mean, it's to me it's another option. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's just cool if that's for you. Like I don't look at like things like this PS Now. I've never used, but I know it's there, and like I know someone uses it. It's cool. Like I don't know. It's just, like for me personally, I don't really care too much. But I think it might be a good step in a certain direction. I'm not sure which direction. Probably the future, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, I think that's cool. I mean, I'm not gonna knock it. I've never tried it, so I'm not gonna knock it and say it's not cool. I think it has potential.
Most definitely.
And Xbox, you know, they've been on the frontier of lots of online type of things, and you know, I give them the benefit of the doubt with this, and you know what it is straight up.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
And
there's no like kind of like beating around the bush.
no.
They kind of just tell you this is what's happening. $10 a month if you want it. Boom.
Yeah. And to add on to that, I think going against PlayStation Now, I think it's definitely like, it seems like every move that PlayStation has made, Microsoft or Xbox has tried to one up them on that. And obviously the big problem they have, Xbox has over PlayStation is first party titles and second party titles. Like they don't have the exclusives that PlayStation does, which overall will win you the generation more than anything else, I think. Or one of the biggest key factors, anyways.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. But just kind of comparing, you know, Xbox to PlayStation. You look at the PlayStation Now, like it's definitely like the fact you can download the games. It's only $10 a month, where I think right now it's like $20 a month for PlayStation Now.
It's pretty pricey.
It's expensive, and
Yes, I knew.
and it's only PS3 games. This is I can have Xbox One
So there's
and
no
360 games on it.
PS1 games on it. There's no
No, it's only
Resident Evil 1.
PS3. Only PS3 games.
That bothers the shit out of me.
Yeah. So
PlayStation could have a very robust virtual console per se if they fucking just could do it.
yeah.
Why is Resident Evil 1, the original, not on there? Why is Resident Evil 2
Well,
not
Resident Evil 1's on there. It's just an HD remake of. I'd say
But
a port of an HD
the
remake.
original,
Yeah, I know what you're saying though.
there's
Yeah.
people that want that. Like, they love the remake. I love the remake. But
Yeah.
come on. The first, that's probably more up to Capcom for sure. But like the first and second Resident Evil should be on that fucking system.
Yeah, I mean that's
Come on.
and we constantly complain about that with like Nintendo, like the fact they do that a lot of times
Yeah.
with their virtual console games. There's a big problem there, and I think like
It's like non-existent on PS4 though.
yeah, and it's definitely a big problem.
There's not one
The
PS1 game that I know of.
Or PS2 games or PS1 games. There's PS2 games I guess on there, but
Only like Grand Theft Autos
the big ones though, yeah,
and like Bully and stuff.
Yeah,
Rockstar.
Don't you dare fucking snark.
Hey,
You
I've never played that game. I'd like to play it someday. I don't know if I can now.
Just now, bitch.
I don't think I can go back to old Grand Theft Auto.
Fucking spit on my hand.
Maybe
I'll
1 and
slap you in the
2.
face.
I could go back to 1 and 2. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Bully's great. But anyways, no, I don't know. I think they constantly, it seems like they do whatever PlayStation does, and they one up them. Even if maybe not be the best thing for business, maybe not for like that thing, but like big picture, better for business. They are doing a lot of good things that I think PlayStation is lacking on, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
Giving away, not really giving away, but giving Xbox One games for cheap, like Halo 5, which is probably one of the biggest games they've released for the console, away for $10 a month, is big, and I'm curious to see what this does. And I've always said for a long time I want to see the numbers of PlayStation Now. I want to know, is this thing successful?
Yeah.
I feel like overall this thing has been buying Gaikai and all that shit has been a huge bust for them, I imagine, and what they thought this could be and what we all thought it could be.
It could be a necessary step though for their future.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like 10 years from now,
their mistakes and all that stuff.
what the PS5 could be, this could be big for them.
Constantly happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say that you say Xbox, they one up PlayStation. They all do that to each other.
Yeah.
Constantly. All three of these companies.
But it seems like Xbox has gone the extra mile, especially with backwards
They
compatibility.
made it work.
I feel like they, people, I don't like the argument too, like, they had to. I don't like that argument, though. But, like, I feel like they... Yeah, you're right, though, man. They came out, they're coming out swinging, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're doing things that are actually pretty fucking rad.
Yeah.
Like, which might not be good business decisions, but are actually rad to us.
Yeah.
Like, because maybe there's a good reason why Sony doesn't want to have PS1 and PS2 games on there.
And then the point where luxury...
They want to focus on newer games.
Yeah. And they have the luxury of not having to worry about that when they've like doubled the sales of the Xbox One. So they're kind of like, they can pretty much do whatever the fuck they want at this point.
Yeah.
So
it's like a chess game.
Yeah.
Each person is very important, and man, you gotta watch each fucking move because it's interesting. Like, I don't like to get into all that shit sometimes about like all the different companies and stuff, but like it is interesting to see though. Every single one of them, their ideas comes from another one's ideas, like in some way or another.
Yeah.
Like
it's reactions pretty much at this point. But moving on from that, Shadow of War, Middle Earth, the sequel to Middle Earth. What are they called?
Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor. Thank you. I spaced the name for a second.
I haven't played it yet. I'm ready to play it.
Ready, William Gable.
After Zelda, I want to play that game eventually.
But anyways, the sequel to Shadow of Mordor is coming out August 22nd, I believe, is what the date was. We got a small teaser trailer, like 52 seconds, and it was showing a gameplay.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's kind of been like a long rumor thing. Like last year, where they did like I remember like this was a big thing pointed out by the internet was like PS4 and Xbox One did like an E3 sale for games that were like they had sequels that were announced at E3 for these games. And Shadow of Mordor was in a sale for that, but there was no sequel announced for this game.
Right.
And everybody was like, what the fuck's going on with that?
It was like a funny, weird tease.
Yeah, and come find out, they announced it. There's a lot of gameplay out there now. I guess a lot of big websites have been playing like small little gameplay portions of it. So if you guys want to find it, there's easily some gameplay to find out for it. I played this game. Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, the first one.
The first one. The Nemesis system was really cool, but I felt like this game was like that's all the game had was a one-trick pony.
It's kind of what I felt from just seeing videos of it and hearing people talk about it.
Yeah.
The Nemesis system. Like, okay, I mean it's a cool thing.
Yeah.
But like if that's all you're talking about every time you talk about the game, that's all I heard, and it's like it doesn't interest me enough.
Yeah.
I still want to check it out because I love Lord of the Rings. But like, if it wasn't Lord of the Rings, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Outside of the golem missions in the first like few hours, there's no ties to Lord of the Rings. I'll just say that.
Oh.
So there's really So if you're if you
Well,
want, you're going to play it for
guess
like Lord of the Rings. There's no reason to play it other than that.
Ah.
No, I don't know. I thought the gameplay was fine, the action was fine, but the Nemesis system. If you just spend a lot of time fucking going around doing the Nemesis system shit, like the more you delve into that without doing some of the missions, it kind of fucks you over, makes the game a lot harder. And like it's just like you're fighting like 2 of these captains, and all of a sudden there's like 3 more captains show up because you fought these guys earlier, or you did something earlier. And it's just like...
It's like, damned if you do, damned if
it's
you don't.
Like, you guys built this really cool system, but you've made it worse for me the more I've dealt with your system.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
So that's what kind of turned me off on it after a while. I was like, I love the system that you built, but after a while it broke the game for me.
See, as a fan of Lord of the Rings, what I want to know is, did it feel like you were in that world at all?
Not really.
Oh. That makes you not want to play this game.
Like, it feels like a game they made, and they just like, oh, wait.
I like the honesty, man. Like, just like, not really.
It feels like it really feels like that game that they made. It's like, this is a really good game.
But the trailers I saw.
Yeah, it's like, and the fact that it doesn't have Lord of the Rings in the title should tell you something, I think. But it's just like, I feel like they made this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this game, we have a good system here, but it's like, this isn't going to really sell the game. Oh, well, let's call it Middle Earth.
Yeah.
And that might sell some copies.
Of Mordor.
Yeah, we'll say it's in the Lord of the Rings system. And we'll add Gollum in there and make them a big deal about the ads we make for this game. But he's only in it for a handful of missions. And that's it. And that's that game.
He's gone.
And it's better than making it sound. I know what I'm saying.
I know.
This game's not a bad game.
It's in terms of speaking of Lord of the Rings and stuff, though, like it might not feel like Lord of the Rings.
No.
I mean, it will more than probably any other game.
Yeah.
But not maybe as much as you wish it would on a game that's like called Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah. No, yeah, it feels very loosely based off of the Lord of the Rings franchise.
Yeah.
Feels like a cash-in more than anything.
Damn it.
Yeah. What about you, Gables?
Oh, you know what? I'm not really too excited about this one. I mean, I haven't played the original Shadow of Mordor. I've seen some gameplay footage of it. It really much borrows a lot from like the Batman time of combat, but at the same point, I'm glad that the sequel is out. Is going to be like becoming a thing because a lot of people are interested in the Shadow of Mordor franchise, and this is going to be interesting to see what they did improve on the original.
The original was a lot of people's game of the year.
It was Giant Bombs, and a lot of people are there.
That's
But to be fair, that was a bad year
too.
for gaming. That was like 2014.
14?
Yeah.
Was it 14?
Yeah, it was a bad year for gaming.
Fuck, it was. DK Tropical Freeze came out.
It was a bad year for gaming. I rest my case there.
Best game of the year.
Yeah,
I love that game.
That year for me, I had like
I've been playing that.
I had
game.
like half my games that year were like non 60-hour titles. My games.
Is that the year that Mario Kart 8 came out?
No,
Up to
2013.
summer.
Actually.
Yeah, it was.
2013. I'm sorry. Yeah.
13 was?
Yeah, this is
Mario Kart 8?
No, it was 14. Mario Kart 8 came out.
Oh, okay.
Shadow of Mordor came out 2013.
13 had good games.
And Outlast 2 was the number 2 game of that year for me.
Yep.
And Gables.
Oh.
Stick of Truth was my game of the year.
Oh, yeah, that was that year, wasn't it?
That was either PS4 and Xbox One.
Okay. Well, fuck. It had 3D World, damn it.
Wait, yeah, that's true. Good point.
Link Between Worlds. But yeah, go ahead.
Shadow of Light.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Valiant
Was
Hearts.
that 13?
Yep. Valiant
Yes.
Hearts was a good
Both
game.
those games are really good.
Fantastic games.
But yes. On the
Some say the
topic
best
of...
games. No,
Yeah.
wait, that was 2014.
See, I'm getting confused.
I'm really confused.
Someone's going to have to fucking send in corrections here.
I have a notebook around here somewhere with my list on it. I found my notebook. All right,
Holy
look,
shit, it's Bible.
my Bible.
It's got gold lace. Golden
This year,
edged paper.
2013 was that was 2014. That game came out. You're right.
Mordor?
Yeah.
Okay.
2013 was in fact though it was Mario 3D World and Link Between Worlds.
Okay.
You're correct.
Same day.
My game of the year that year was Last of Us, I believe.
That was that year.
Mm-hmm.
That was not 2012. That was 2013.
Yeah, it came out right.
That was that's a great
PS4.
game.
Yeah. Link Between Worlds, to be fair, wasn't number 5 game of the year.
That's
Behind
fucking
Pokemon
awesome.
X was number 4.
And you didn't beat that game.
No, I did not.
You were very close.
My number 3 game of the year actually trumped that game because it made me stop playing the game. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And number 2 that year was BioShock Infinite. That was why.
Really?
Yes. Actually, I remember that off the top of my head. I only have that in my notebook.
That's fucking cool. It feels like a long... I don't know why. It feels like weird.
Well, it was about 4 years ago.
Damn, it's been that long.
Yep. But, anyways, moving on.
Oh, shit, right here.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm actually very excited.
So, April 25th.
Yes.
It's a big day for this podcast.
Yeah.
In the history of this podcast.
All three of us.
All three of us. Outlast 2 is releasing for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It was, like I just said a few minutes ago, it was Gables and I's 2014.
Wait, Xbox One and PC? Well, PS4.
And PS4, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So it is Gables and I's 2014 number 2 game of the year. So, Outlast 2. Just you played the demo.
Yes.
I started the demo. I bounced out of the demo because I don't want to know anything about this game. I always want to jump into it. Kind of cool.
You didn't learn shit from the game, but I totally respect that. There's something I saw. I talked about this before on the show. There's a moment I saw in this demo where it reminded me of this old feeling I got when I played Silent Hill, the first one, PS1. Man, it fucking took me there.
Yeah.
I saw, like, not just because that game, it took me to a place that game took me to, too. And I saw snow falling, and there's, like, snow and caked elementary school.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, something about it. Something about, like, a snow fucking storm. There's a school, and, like, nobody's fucking in there. And, like, just, there's something about that concept that's just, and there's like little weird glow, like lights glowing about, like the lighting's like, oh man, this is like you said. I was about to turn it off because I want to stop, but it just stopped because like the demo was over, and like I am ready. I'm ready and slightly worried.
Willie?
I think I talked about this before too. I'm worried because, man, Outlast was like a phenomenon to me. Like, I can't imagine a sequel living up to the first one.
Yeah.
But I think that this one will in a whole different way.
It feels like they're not resting on their laurels. Like they're doing some of the things we loved about Outlast.
They're taking their time,
but
they're not just rushing it out.
And then also, it's a whole different area. It's not like we're not going back to a mansion. We're not doing something here.
Right.
Like they got to come some of the key things in there we love about those games. Or at least Outlast 1. Yeah. But we're outside. We're outside now. We're in Kansas. We're dealing with something totally different than we were last time.
And in strange places.
Yeah.
Possibly, may I say, more psychedelic than the first one.
So far,
which is pretty psychedelic.
Yeah.
But like the second one, there's things bits I've seen. I think they want to show you in the demos. Like it's like a little taste of what's to come. It's like I am on board now. Yeah.
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 What about you?
You know what? I'm just excited for the darn thing to come out so I can play it. So that's pretty much.
I want to watch you play it.
Oh yeah, if I can ever get my stream going.
I just want to watch you in general, Gables.
I had to go pee.
Oh yeah, but like I was saying and stuff, it's like, hey, I really liked the original Outlast and stuff. It was pretty much different, and I liked the way that the gameplay was presented. So the second one, it's a no-brainer. Whenever I have to get a chance or something like that to go through and stream, and I probably will. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how this is going to pan out.
Yeah, same for me. Like I said, number 2 game of the year for 2014. Played them a little bit like that. Don't want to. The less I know, the better for me. And I think for this game, that's probably the case. So yeah, I am definitely curious to see how it works out. But I'll be picking out day one, barring any fucking like catastrophic news about this game. But yeah, I think that might actually do it for the show this week. Not a lot of news going on. A lot of games coming out right now in consoles. Not so much news. Maybe we'll get some more as PAX East goes along. Troy obviously wasn't here this week. He's in Boston right now in PAX East. So I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot from him next week when he reports back with all the cool, exciting shit he saw. Yeah, or shit he can't talk about that he saw. But anyways, as far as the show goes, if you want to hear more from us, we are on Facebook at Drunk-Nerds. We have a page and group. Check us out on those areas, Drunk-Nerds. On Twitter, we are at Drunk Nerds Pod, so follow us on there. On YouTube, Drunk-Nerds. Subscribe to us and like our videos. And then also on Twitch, we are at Drunk Nerds Podcast, so follow us on there, I believe. And obviously, we're on iTunes, so if you're listening to us on iTunes, give us that 5-star review. Greatly appreciate it. And then also, type in something nice about us. We'll shout you on the show. If you listen to us on YouTube, listen to the podcast on YouTube, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We really appreciate it. It helps us out. We'll see our videos. More people will see us in general, which is always good. More exposure, the better. But anyways,
good or bad,
mostly good. But if you do thumbs down, they won't see us.
Really?
Yes, thumbs up only. If they're not, fuck off. Anyways, I just want to thank you guys so much for listening. I was your host this week. I was Tyler.
That's a game. I'm so on Zelda right now. Justin was here.
And the legend of Colonel Gables has begun. Until next week, everybody, I gotta go to fuck to sleep.
GG.
DD? What the fuck is a DD?
Alan.
The fuck? I'm getting Ganondorf pictures of wearing a fucking Adidas. Jesus.
Dude, he does that.
Does he eat your shield too?
He wants to
Ganondorf with his Adidas.
He wants to flaunt it. Don't fuck with Ganondorf, man.
With diabetes? Ganondorf has diabetes?
Just because he lives in a painting doesn't mean he has to stay there all the time.
Is that how he avoids diabetes?
Yes.
Okay. Makes sense.
2D realm that has no diabetes.
That's true.
That's one of the problems that happened when they went to arcade.
Times were hard in Hyrule.
Miyamoto never saw it coming.
Ganondorf had to pay for his way by living his way in a portrait, where he contracted the diabetes
King
while
Zora.
advertising for Adidas.
King Zora was riddled with diabetes.
So that's sugar water they swim in.
When he moves. It takes like 2 minutes. He's out of your way. Oh, now I can climb up behind Zora's domain. Thanks. No? Just me?
Oh, good night, everybody. I'm stopping.
Good night. See you next week. Bye. Excuse me. Few too many beers there. Anyways, we're on iTunes now, so go on there, check us out, and if you like us, leave us a review, and we'll even shout you out. And Jack will send you his credit card number.